What's up, everybody? Jim here from Clockwork Industries. Welcome back to another Clockwork gaming video for Diablo Immortal. So, in the last video I put up, I think it was either the dungeon build or, not the last video, but one of the last build videos. Someone had asked about a challenge rift build. So, I had started tweaking the one that I was currently using, and I think I made it even better. And I ran a challenge rift last night. I was able to push to like 86%, if you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, I think it's 86% damage reduction is what it's at, and for however high CR above it is. And I think I got that one down in about 9 minutes. Then I did another one today on stream, which I'm going to review here with you. And I think I did that one. That was like 81%. I would have got it done faster, but the last boss, I can't remember, Perdition, I think was his name. Giant pain in the ass boss. You got to kite it all around. You can't really stand and tank much at all. But with the improvement to this build, I have switched out for Deadly Reach instead of Fist of Thunder. That gives me some ranged attacks, so you can actually kind of step around while attacking, and it gives you some kiting ability while being able to do damage without having to actually be within super close melee range of the boss. So we're going to go ahead and go over the build here at the armory. So what I'm using is the numb realization, which detonates exploding palm without having to kill a mob. It's good for challenge risks because you're not going to be really killing the mobs. You need them to blow up. I use the lost frames dash for exploding palm, where you jump in the air, land on them, and then once I land, I hit with Cyclone Strike. Well, what I modified Cyclone Strike with here is the Dust Storm instead of the Tornado. Dust Storm also impairs the enemy vision, so it makes them basically the ones inside the Dust Storm, they can't hit you, which lets you basically be able to get out of there again without getting hit. And then I use Shimmerlinn, which great for getting the Firestorm going. It's been buffed recently. Been using Shimmerlinn in pretty much all my builds, dungeon build, farming build, PvP. Pretty much everything has Shimmerlinn in it right now. I'm really excited for this update that's going to be coming tomorrow after I drop this video. 6 new legendaries coming, so I'm going to be farming those up. Speaking of which, there's gonna be a live stream tomorrow. Link will be down in the description for Twitch. I should go live around 7:30 in the morning. I'll probably go through the morning BGs, do some farming, jump into BGs in the afternoon. I might do a little bit extra farming than usual, run some dungeons and stuff, and trying to get these new set items. I'll also be running some dungeons with my buddies from the Twitch chat that are on other servers, because we are now getting cross-server dungeons, which I'm really excited for. There's a ton of people that have been hanging out and grinding in the game, but they're on another server and we can't run dungeons together. Well, now we'll be able to. I'm really excited for that. Now back to the build. So I also run Mystic Allies with the cooldown reduction from, which one is it? The legs. I think we get not cooldown reduction, but increased duration. This is good for just having damage occurring while you can run away and kite or be on the outskirts. Just extra damage. You know, if you try to push too far ahead, like getting into the 90%, you're going to need a lot more res, and these guys are probably going to die a little bit quicker. I don't quite know if I would use them. This might be something I would switch into maybe for like the boss, so you can try to get some sustainable damage on the boss while you're running around kiting. But this setup has worked pretty good for me. The recent thing I've done was the switch to Deadly Reach. I was using Fist of Thunder before, but I was like, you know what? Deadly Reach does have some decent range on it. Let's try this out. And the ultimate for it is pretty powerful too. Real big hits, and it does a huge knockback. So if the boss has ads, you can knock them all back with big blasts, and seems to work pretty well. You also gain a shield with it as well. And then I use the survivor tree. This is pretty critical. I also need to finish my survivor tree because I don't have the survivor cheat death. I need to get that added. I mostly use the survivor tree for PvP. I switch between gladiator. When cheat death goes on cooldown, I switch to survivor. It's been working really well and has lowered my death count pretty solid, like easily knocking off a few deaths where I would have been killed, and I was able to run away and bandage. But back to the challenge rift build. So I basically have on for greens, I would love to have 4-set gloom, but I don't have that with my best CR items. I'm running just a hodgepodge of stuff. There's, I think, almost every piece is there. I have a 2-set gloom is all I have here. Everything else is just random stuff, because everything, pretty much all triples except for one ring, just to have my best combat rating stuff on. So I did happen to get pretty lucky in Hell 6 with the greens, but not so much with the normal items. I just finally got my 2 triple sets, or 2 triples. I've been at 4 double doubles and 2 triples for most of Hell 6. It's been pretty annoying. And I'm pre-farming in Hell 7, and I get these Hell 6 triples like a week before, about to go into Hell 7. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to the clip from the stream this morning. And just so you guys can get an idea of how the build works and how I kind of group things up and do my attacks. So let's switch over to browser. And just so you basically so you have a rundown of the playstyle. And I did 229. I think I'll pull it up. I think it was about 81%. I don't know how the volume is going to be on this. It doesn't look like there's any sound coming through. We're at 81%. Oh, there we go. You take 437% more damage and you deal 81% less damage. I think I was at 86% less damage last night when I ran it. But basically the goal is to group up as much as I can, come back around, jump up, slam with Exploding Palm, Cyclone Strike, slam with Exploding Palm again. Or I'm sorry, slam, Cyclone Strike, Shimmerlinn, Exploding Palm either back in the pack or to get out, and then I drop the Mystic Allies, and then I just blast with Deadly Reach. You're getting your Firestorm crits there. They're also blinded in there. See how it has the eye above the mobs' heads, so they really can't see you and can't do ranged attacks or anything like that. I definitely would use this over the Tornado, even if the Tornado might do a little more damage. The Dust Storm's probably the way to go for this. I think Deadly Reach was the best modifier that I've added to this setup. Just group up as much as I can here. And it's a gigantic explosion of all these mobs from the helm. Look at the range on Deadly Reach, especially with the third hit. That's the knockback. But it seems to work pretty well. I just need more summons. Yeah, the Deadly. Let's see. Oh, great. Worst possible. The Mystic Allies. They're pretty solid. Oh, great. So we got the Perdition boss. This made it a pain in the ass. So look at this entire fight was just fighting this boss, this whole thing here. Now, there might be other methods for maybe switching something out. Like, it might have been worth dropping Exploding Palm and trying to switch it out for something else that might be able to do more damage. But honestly, if it wasn't Perdition, I would have got it down much faster. There's just so much kiting and so many attacks you have to avoid that it's just very slow DPS on this guy. I think I had, like, the Summoner or, one of the other ones that's like the Summoner, and I was able to, and they do like a big AoE, but you're able to stand. They do the red skulls. I can't think of their name. But you're able to just stand in the middle of the skulls and just keep hitting with Deadly Reach the entire time. They're doing their AoE, which, you know, with Perdition, you're running around from those gigantic melee hits the whole time. So, I mean, we got down to the wire, man. This was a pretty close one. I barely didn't get it. Here we go. Yeah, we were down to the wire. I think there was like 20 seconds left or something like that. Oh, shit. Got him. That was close as hell, man. I did not think I was going to be able to get that. And if it wasn't Perdition, like I said. That was not Perdition. That dude is a pain in the ass. Exactly. All right. So basically, that is the rundown of the Challenge Rift build. I'm gonna do another video here soon on I've modified my PvP build. You know, I had the Mystic Strike and the kicks with Shimmerlinn, but I've actually swapped out kick for because kick was not buffed by anything, so I actually swapped it out for Shield of Zen. And I don't use Shield of Zen how the whale monks use Shield of Zen. I mostly use it for getting out and being able to cover myself, because I was getting killed with some seeping biles on some of these beastly whales, and this basically saved me and cut down my deaths even further. The play style from this one, where I was getting in, dropping my sanctuary, and getting out. When I was getting out, I was having that seeping bile on me, and I'd have to wait it out. With the Shield of Zen, I can get out, and I lose a little bit of mobility. I lose 2 dashes, but I have some more survivability. And the Shield of Zen has come in handy a couple times in just like close 1v1 battles. So, of course, the air compressor kicks on in the last minute of the video. I'm not even going to edit that. All right. We're just doing it live. So that's the edit to that. I'm going to do a video on that. I want to get some actual PvP footage before I do that. So anyways, I hope you try out this Challenge Rift build. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. If you have any modifiers to it. But I think this works out pretty well. And you're able to push pretty far. So I think I could get 86. I think I could get the next Challenge Rift down, depending on the boss. You know, it's one of the, and then maybe I don't know if I could push any further than that, but it's a good amount. I'm pretty happy with it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.